Building a social selling business with children. I'm Jackie Almer, and today's Monday Motivation Minute is brought to you by StreetSmartWealth.com. I remember it like it was yesterday. One of my downline in my network marketing company years ago called me up and said, one of our favorite speakers and the one woman that we could find who had published a book on network marketing, now keep in mind this was the mid-90s, was running a very small in-person seminar in New Orleans. And my team partner wanted me to meet her down there. Well, I had a million reasons why that was not going to work with me. And really, only two of them mattered. And that was my two small children and my airline pilot husband. But I managed to get all the details worked out. It managed to be during a time when he was home from flying and I committed to go. I spent all kinds of time getting prep work done, doing meals ahead of time, stuff that I later learned I did not need to do because it wasn't my job to control the universe. All that to say, I made it to New Orleans, got there. We all stayed in a small bed and breakfast. It was very quaint and cozy. And the next morning before the seminar, I went down to get my breakfast, and lo and behold, my icon, the speaker, the woman who was running the event, was sitting there by herself at the table. And it was a very small dining room, just like a bed and breakfast has. So I got my breakfast and sat down at the table with her, introduced myself, and just told her how excited I was to listen to her, how she'd been inspiring me. She was a single mom who managed to raise 3 children and keep it all together, become the top income earner in her company, and I felt like I was really struggling. Well, she asked me a little bit about my goals and what my reason why was and all the different things about why I wanted to be building this business. And I got really whiny. You may be able to relate to this. And I started telling her every reason why it wasn't working for me, how challenging it was with children and my husband being gone and on and on. And she just stopped and looked at me dead on and said, "Are your children your reason why, or are they your excuse?" And she went on to tell me to stop being mad at my husband because he was no longer building the business with me. Well, I'll tell you what, that was like a jolt that I needed. I felt like someone had thrown ice water in my face, and in a way she did, but it was the best tough love that I ever got. The reality of it is, women, moms, and dads do amazing things in their lives and for themselves and their kids every day all around the world. So I had to look at myself and say, what's my excuse? I had the support of my husband. I wasn't struggling to make ends meet. I had all the time in the world to build my business if I would just commit, get focused, have some clarity, commitment, and consistency. So I asked myself, what's my excuse? And I'll ask you, what's your excuse? Is it lack of time, lack of money, lack of knowledge, or is it just plain old fear? Oh, there it is. Fear. That's typically it. Do you have a question for me? Direct message me on Instagram at Jackie Almer. And this is your Monday Motivation Minute. Learn more about me at StreetSmartWealth.com.